Good, happy Sunday morning, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to day 2 of Good Morning, New Hampshire. Let's begin. First up, SUV crashes into home on Route 125 in Epping. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9, Tim Callery.
An update now on that breaking news we're following out of Epping. Police and fire crews on the scene of an SUV into a house. This happened less than an hour ago along Route 125 in Epping, and WMUR's Tim Callery has just arrived on that scene. Tim, what are you learning right now?
Well, Cerise, that SUV has since been towed from the scene, but it left behind some pretty significant damage. Quite the scene happening here in Epping. Take a look here behind me. You'll see a large chunk of this home is virtually missing. Now, firefighters tell me that an SUV carrying two teenagers was traveling down 125 when, for some reason, that SUV just went off the road, airborne, and into the side of this house. Some good news to report, though. However, no injuries were reported in this accident. Fire officials tell us this is considered to be a home, but it actually has two apartments inside. No one was inside the home at the time of this crash, as it is under construction. So some good news there on that end, but fire officials are still here on scene, just going over the structure of this building, making sure that it is safe, and really just trying to figure out what may have happened here tonight. But again, officials telling News 9 that an SUV carrying two teenagers was driving down 125 when, for some reason, it just went off the road, airborne, and into the side of this house. But again, no injuries were reported in this crash, so some good news there. We're reporting live here in Epping. I'm Tim Callery, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Manchester police search for suspect in attempted armed robbery. Manchester police are trying to track down a man accused of an attempted armed robbery at a city business. They were called to Uncle Bob's Market on Kelly Street at 8:15 p.m. Saturday. Once officers got there, they said the suspect had already fled from the scene without getting away with anything. They called in an officer and a canine Grim to track the suspect, but weren't able to find him. The suspect is described as a white man about 5 feet 8 inches tall, wearing a black jacket, black mask, and black gloves. If you have information on the identification of the suspect, please ask that you call the Manchester Police Department at 603-668-8711 and reference MPD case number 19-571 or contact Manchester Crime Line at 664-4040 to provide your crime tips regarding the incident. The attempted robbery comes after multiple armed robberies in the city in recent weeks. And here is a photo of that suspect. Again, if you recognize him or have any tips, call the Manchester Police Department. Massapequa Audubon Center celebrates big milestone. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9, Charisse LeClaire.
Today marks a big milestone for the Massabesic Audubon Center. The organization celebrated its 20th anniversary with an open house all day today. Families got to interact with animals, try arts and crafts, and take part in other activities. The event honored those who have made the Audubon successful in the greater Manchester area.
New Hampshire Audubon's all about nature education and conservation biology, and we have wildlife sanctuaries all over the state, and we do a little bit of conservation policy, but our main forte here is nature education.
We have 40 sanctuaries around the state, are all open with trails to the public. It's a great time to come out, even in winter.
And people also went for an eagle walk this afternoon. The center has 5 miles of nature trails that are open every day.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Very cool indeed. Firefighters battle Manchester fire in extreme cold. Saturday's extreme cold made a fire in Manchester difficult to fight. Firefighters were called just before 3 p.m. to a vacant home on Terrytown Road, where they discovered heavy fire. Firefighters learned the home was vacant and decided to fight it from the exterior. The home was demolished because fire officials said the structure was unstable and they needed to get to hot spots. They're still investigating what caused the fire. Frigid temperatures didn't stop snowmobile race. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9, Siobhan Lopez.
Kicking off the 2019 season, East Coast Snowcross speeds into Rochester, turning the fairgrounds into a snow-packed snowmobile racetrack.
It's cold.
That is an understatement. People piled on the layers, grabbed a blanket, and huddled together in the stands.
Pretty cold out here, but we bundled up, so nice and warm.
After the warm winter we've had, then the one day that we have something fun outside, it's whatever it is, 0 degrees it feels like, and I need more clothes.
Dug into the attic and get all the get all the winter gear out just so we can get ready. And, if we need it, we need it. If not, we can shed a couple layers.
In between heats, many flocked to the heat in the Rochester Motorsports tent or grabbed some hot food and drinks. And for those racing, 10-year-old Cecily of Ackworth says the cold can bother her hands, but after a first and second place finish for the day, she didn't have much to complain about.
It kind of affects me how my hands, if they're warmer, so they kind of freeze sometimes.
Organizers relied on the cold temperatures and snow guns to make up for the lack of snowfall in the area so far this season.
Rochester does tend to dump snow here, which would help if we did have snow, but considering we haven't had snow, they're doing a pretty good job of setting up the course.
And no point in putting away the hats, scarves, and gloves. It's going to be just as cold tomorrow, and all of that action continues at the Rochester Fairgrounds tomorrow starting at 10 a.m. We're live in Manchester tonight. Siobhan Lopez, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Looks like a fun event and activity over there. Now let's switch gears and talk about sports. Manchester's Sid Hadjai picked second in Major League Soccer draft. Friday was a day Sid Hajai dream came true. The 19-year-old from Manchester was the second overall pick in the Major League Soccer draft. Congratulations to him. We wish him the very best. Tom Brady's epic hype video before Chargers defensive playoff game. It became an annual tradition that New England Patriots fans now anticipate. Quarterback Tom Brady is ready for the playoffs and hopes Patriots Nation is too. Prior to their divisional round game against the Los Angeles Chargers at Gillette Stadium on Sunday afternoon, the 41-year-old quarterback shared a hype video on social media as the team begins their drive to the 6th Super Bowl championship. And let's watch some of the video.
Our destiny is not frightful by being unreal. It is frightful because it is irreversible and ironclad. Time is the substance we are made of. Time is a river which sweeps me along. But I am the river. It is a tiger which destroys me. But I am the tiger. It is a fire which consumes me. But I am the fire.
Okay, and there you go on that video. Very cool indeed. Looks like a good video there. And switching gears now, let's talk about your weather. Your weather right now is scattered clouds, 10 degrees. Chilly out there. You want to bundle up. And your weather for today, a mix of sun and clouds, highs in the low 20s. And your weather for tonight, generally clear, low 21 degrees, winds light and variable. And now let's take a live look outside the Lake Winnipesaukee Marina area. And here is a live look at that. Very sunny there, but probably very chilly there as well. And we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with more Good Morning New Hampshire with your arts and entertainment segment. Don't go away. We'll be right back.